Almost every student today uses ChatGPT to study, but most are using it wrong. They copy answers, memorize them, move on, but they are missing the real game changer, ChatGPT's new study and learn mode. So, if you are preparing for boards or JEE, watch till end because what you'll see today might just change the way you learn forever.
Normally, when you ask ChatGPT a question, it throws back a long answer. But study and learn mode works differently. It doesn't just hand you the full answer at once, instead, it talks to you. It breaks things down step by step, sometimes even asks you questions back to check if you're actually following along. It feels like that one teacher who explains things so clearly that everything finally clicks. That's the idea behind study and learn mode. Not just giving answer, but making sure you learn them. Alright, let's try this out. To use this mode, first you need to go to chatgpt.com and log in. And then click on the plus symbol and select study and learn. The moment you open, you'll see the option help me with the homework. Cool, right? But let's test it with something real. Say, teach me Python. Now here's the interesting part. Instead of dumping answer at me, it asks first, are you completely new to programming or have you ever tried language before? Interesting, right? See what happens there. It's not rushing the answers. It's trying to understand me as a learner. And then it gives the bigger picture why Python and why it is popular and even compares to the real life. Let's say I'm completely new. See, it changes the way it explains. It tells me Python can do maths like a calculator and it nudges me to try it out myself. It's complex to understand for me. Let's ask, can you explain it simpler? It shifts gears. Think of Python like a magic notebook. Variables are like boxes and you can put stuff in. And this back and forth continues. More exercises, more simple examples. It finally says, look, you've already started using variables and math operations. And just like that, without even realizing, I've learned basics of Python. Okay, let's put Python aside for a moment and understand what makes study and learn mode so special. It's not just another AI that spits out answers. It comes with features that feels like real teaching. The idea comes from the Greek philosopher Socratic. He believed the best way to teach is not by giving answers, but asking the right questions. And that's exactly what study mode does. Instead of dumping information, it asks you questions back to check what you know and to guide you step by step to the answer. It's not trying to confuse you, but trying to understand how you think. Almost like that one teacher who never hands you solution, but keep asking, why do you think so? Until you figure it out yourself. Don't worry about the big word. It means building knowledge step by step. Just like climbing stairs, you don't go to the top at once, you go one level at a time. Study mode does the same. It always begins with simple, just enough to make you comfortable and then move towards the harder part. Think about it, when you were 4 and someone said, there lived a king who fought many battles and won many kingdoms, you would understand. But if he said, by 330 BCE, Alexander III of Macedon had embarked upon a series of campaigns that subdued the Achaemenid Persian Empire and extended Macedonian dominance from the Greek mainland to the front lines of northwestern India. You just stare blankly. That's the difference. Study mode knows when to use analogies, when to keep it simple, and when to dive deeper. This is where study mode feels less like a lecture and more like a practice. It doesn't just explain and move on. It pauses and asks you to try things yourself, write a bit of code, solve a problem, or answer it in your words. Why? Because real learning happens when you try. And what if you get it wrong? That's okay. The mode gives you feedback and shows where you slipped and nudges you to try it again. So instead of just nodding along, you prove to yourself that you've actually learned it. And finally, personalized learning. This is where study mode feels truly different. Got stuck? It slows down. Pick things up fast, it speeds up again. It adjusts to your pace. A textbook can't do that, and in coaching, a teacher can't stop for every single doubt. Here, the mode adapts to you. It's flexible, it listens, but yes, it still has its limitations. Now let's be real, study and learn mode isn't perfect. It's AI, which means it works differently from a human teacher. So if you're not clear how you ask, it might not fully get what you mean. That's true, not just for ChatGPT, but for any AI, Gemini, Claude, all of them. And there's something else. In a classroom or a coaching center, you're surrounded by friends. You see others working hard and the energy pushes you too. With AI, you don't get the same group vibe. No shared struggles, no friendly competition, it's just you and the screen. Yes, study and learn mode has limitations, but it isn't just another feature. It's a glimpse into the future of learning, a way to understand concepts deeply instead of just cramming them. Think about board exams or JEE prep. Most students chase marks through coaching centers instead of actually learning, and that's the problem. Even the former Vice President of India called coaching centers black hole for talents. Why? Because instead of building curiosity or creativity, they're turning learning into pressure, tests, ranks, endless cramming. That's where the tools like this change the game. With AI, learning doesn't mean rote memorization. It becomes personal, flexible, something that adapts you. Study mode makes your hours more effective. It helps you to actually learn, not just to prepare for the next test.
If you're wondering how to start, don't worry, we got you covered. We have created a free AI guide that helps you learn the right way with ChatGPT. One click is all it takes to make your study hours smarter and more effective. Download it now from the description.